First up, at UFC 303, we have an interesting matchup. We have Ricky Simone, die-hard, non-stop, nasty wrestler who is on a little bit of a skid, taking on Vinicius Oliveira, the lock of the week killer. Ricky Simone is 20-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is looking to snap a 2-fight skid. Taking on Vinicius Oliveira, 20-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak. I mentioned Ricky Simone's a non-stop wrestler. That's who he is. His striking isn't great, but he does have a little bit of power in there. We've seen him get a couple of exciting moments, dropping people, finishing people with that power in his hands. But typically, he doesn't hang around long enough for you to find out. He is just diving at legs, shooting immediately. Tons of energy, tons of cardio. He will non-stop, Merab Dvalishvili style, wrestle and stay in your face. I mentioned some flashes of power. He has a handful of knockdowns in the UFC, but again, he's not striking long enough. He's usually just shooting takedowns instantly. He is coming off of that second loss in a row. This one was to Mario Batista, where he did fight really well. He did a good job. The problem was Mario just looked incredible. Mario had a phenomenal fight, and Ricky had a good fight. He's taking on Vinicius Oliveira. This guy's very fun to watch. He charges forward. He throws everything at you, looking for a finish with 100% intent. He is sloppy, but he can be dangerous. And he's not just chaos, right? He is coming forward. He's making stuff happen. He's doing that on the feet, but he's doing it on the ground as well. It's not a whirling dervish. It's just nonstop looking to make something happen. If he takes you down, he's on top and he's just raining down punches looking for a finish. He never settles in. He never takes his time. He's always trying to make something happen. He is coming off of that KO win, spectacular KO win, over Bernardo Sopai, where he actually was taken down a handful of times, though. And getting taken down those few times has me a little concerned here because Ricky Simone is going to wrestle nonstop. Ricky Simone is going to shoot at those legs. You can trust Ricky Simone that even if the first takedown is stuffed, there's a second one behind it. If the third one is taken down, then he'll take you down. If you pop back up, he's shooting again. He is nonstop, sticking to a game plan, looking to make it happen. Of course, he will have to avoid a big knee right up the middle, but I think he does it. I am picking Ricky Simone here, but I don't know if I'm going to have any money on him. There's just something about these skids that it's very hard to dig yourself out of that hole. And I don't know if Ricky Simone's going to be able to do it. I don't know if he's about to fall off a cliff here or if, hey, listen, he worked his way up to the top, 2 pretty high-level losses, and now he's just going to work his way back up because the level of competition went down a little bit. I do think Ricky's going to win, though. What do you think, Jake? Yeah, boy.
What's the deepest hole you've ever been in?
I was going to do a mom joke, and I was like, you know what? Let's keep it classy. Let's keep it
just
classy.
Talking about, there's a lot of hills and mountains around here. Just a normal question, but if you want to be weird about it. Yeah, I know Vinicius Oliveira pretty. I know him pretty well. I had a lock of the week, Fernando Sopai, the Lion King, for against Vinicius, because I thought that he could get the takedowns, the control, and win that fight. And he was on his way to winning that fight. Some things happened. A knee went here. My lock of the week is sleeping. This guy is very, very dangerous, and I was very I was very impressed with Vinicius in that fight because I thought Sopai was going to be able to wear that guy down. And it turns out that Vinicius was the one that wore down my poor, sweet Fernando in that fight. And it honestly is a shame that he's such a good prospect and got knocked out because that's a bad knockout.
On short notice.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a shame that he took that damage. He was already kind of tired and stuff and taking shots. But anyway, Vinicius he turned that fight around. And people want to talk about in this fight, he was taken down and he was mauled. And then Ricky Simone's got takedowns and 1 + 1 = 2. We talk about that all the time. And in this matchup, it seems when you're looking at this, right, with a little bit of blurred vision, right, maybe you're Shara or Bisping looking at this fight. You can't really quite see it real clear, right? Maybe you've been smoking too much and your eyes are all bloodshot and dry and you're not really looking at this fight clearly because on paper this looks like it should be an easy win for Ricky Simone. But then you look back at that Fernando Sopai fight and the way he was taken down, first takedown, he tries his spinning stuff, he kind of falls down, Sopai ends up on top, right? Another takedown was kind of a legit takedown. I think it was towards the end of the round, he was actually taken down. Even when he was taken down that first time, he gets back to his feet, no problem. The second round, it was a body lock situation where actually Venetius tried to take down Sopai, got reversed. He actually started laughing when he hit the ground because he was like, well, that was kind of stupid. So he kind of put himself in that situation. So this narrative that Sopai was just shooting all these takedowns and taking him down and control him the entire time is crazy. He got up in the first round out of full mount, right? It got back to his feet. Second round, he got out of the position, reversed the position, then was out grappling and out wrestling and grounding, pounding a tired Sopai. You look at Ricky Simón in the last 4 fights, we're talking about 2 of 13, 2 of 9, 2 of 8, 2 of 4 takedowns. Those are high-level guys, right? Those are people that know how to wrestle, and I get that. He should have better success here. But if he doesn't, or he messes around too much on the feet, he's in big fucking trouble. He's been chinned before. He gets reckless, especially in exchanges, because as Angel mentioned, he was right. He's got power too. So he might try to knock this guy out as well. This dude's walking around 175 as a bantamweight. He's got real power. I think even if he's getting taken down, he can get back to his feet. And every second on the feet, Ricky Simón's in fucking trouble. Also, Venetius has nasty fucking calf kicks. Really, really good calf kicks. I think those are eventually add up to Ricky to where takedowns are even harder to get. And I think to finish here, I'm going low-key dog Venetius Oliveira with the upset.
Really? I mean, Sopai was beating him on short notice up in weight. Beating him.
Yeah, he won the first round and then lost the second and got knocked out in the third.
Because he got tired.
Right, because Venetius was able to outstand the situation, was reversing the positions. Yeah, you got tired, but I don't know if Ricky Simón's going to have the same success wrestling. Because like I said, you just assume he's going to get the takedowns. I don't know if he is. Venetius Oliveira, I think, is better takedowns.
He may not get all of them, but I'm positive he will just keep shooting, and then at least take
even on
away
those
the
entries, he's in
the
trouble.
power.
I mean, every second on the feet, he's in fucking trouble. This guy fucking hits hard from various angles.
Yeah, listen, I'm not trying to die in the Ricky Simón hill.
And I don't want to trash Ricky too, because I like
on him.
Ricky. Yeah, I like Ricky as a fighter. He was always one of my favorite fighters and stuff like that too. But he gets reckless, man. You cannot get reckless versus this guy.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting fight. But if you are in the Ricky Simón camp, then $8,900 makes sense because that dude scores DraftKings points. Those takedowns are worth it. The control time is worth it. Like, he's a busy dude who will nonstop wrestler. If you think he makes that happen, then throw him in your lineup. If I'm looking at my DraftKings fantasy lineup, I probably have a little bit of Ricky Simón in there because I think he can get the takedowns. I think he wins this fight. I am picking him to win. I do wish the odds were a little tighter. 2-1 favorite on a 2-fight skid. And this isn't based in fact. I don't have stats for you, but I've been watching this sport a very long time. And we've seen a lot of guys achieve success and work their way up, lose a couple in a row, and just never be the same. No matter how good they looked in those losses, just never be the same. And that might be what we get here. I just need to see Ricky back on track before I can trust him with my money.
This is a fun first fight. So I think our plan is obviously we get access to the in stadium hospitality room. I think we get there, we get fucking loaded, we go out, we watch this fight, and then the next 3 fights we can go back to hospitality room and just kind of chill. Right, we got the heavyweight fight, the girl fight, and then the Japanese gentleman. So
I'm down to watch all the fights. Last time I went to the UFC, it was International Fight Week last year. I went with Tiffany, and
we're not.
We ate dinner at 6. It was stupid
we're getting there
as
at
shit.
2.
No,
that's when
exactly.
the doors open. That's when the hospitality opens. We're getting there at 2. I'm gonna be decked out. In my Brazilian gear.
Are you really wearing that ridiculous?
Hell yeah, I am. You know how that's awesome that's going to be when I walk around the hospitality room. I think that's where the fighters go too. They're going to everyone's going to fucking love that. When I wore my Amanda shirt to 285, everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
But the Amanda one, you kind of got to look at to see what's going on there.
Oh,
this
you're
going
to see me.
Billboard,
You're going to see me. And every time one of these Brazilian wins, and they're going to all fucking win, I promise you that. They're going to show me the woo with all my Brazil stuff on. They'd be like, "Man, he's a little light."
A little light in the loafers.
No,
we have a
not
couple
light
of
in the
super
loafers.
chats.
A guy did I tell you a guy at the gym, because I have a Brazil hoodie that I'll wear to the gym every once in a while, and a guy came up to me, he goes, "You from Brazil?" I was like, "No."
Do I fucking look like I'm from Brazil? Like, America is a melting pot. Most other countries are not. There's a pretty common look and feel for most other countries. We do have a couple of super chats and some comments. Unwell to $2. Get me rich this week, y'all. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, Unwell. If you want to be rich, like Onwell. Onwell is a premium member. You can be a premium member. Just go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member, $10 a month, and you will unlock the Safety Parlay. And Torque was very clear. Safety Parlay has been paying the Sunday sauce lately. That's a Italian reference. Us Italians eat our meals Sunday, one big meal, the whole family make a sauce that takes all day to make. Torque's got that safety parlay. You can too. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. $2 super chat from Jesse Rodriguez. Shout out to Angelo, a.k.a. Ben Affleck. I've been hitting on PPTY. What is that? Jacob, what's the cool kid term? What is this?
Shout out to Ben Angelo. I've been hitting on Prize Picks. Thank you, stupid ass.
Prize Picks. Well, there's no space
What
between
is
the exclamation.
PPTY? PPT. I've been hitting on the PPT.
There's no space. Punctuation matters. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Glad you've been hitting some Prize Picks. Torque asked, has the safety parlay and lock of the week ever gone head to head? One time. No, one time. This idiot, this pale-faced idiot picked, who was the dork you picked that had to pull out of the fight, missed weight? Oh, I'm feeling fresh, homie. Froggy Fresh, what the hell was his name? Magical Fool. Feeling Magical Fool against Natan Levy.
Feeling hella magical, fool. Pete Rodriguez, baby.
Yeah, he picked Pete Rodriguez as his underdog lock of the week, and I had Natan Levy. And that fight was supposed to happen.
And
Pete Rodriguez,
he was gonna fucking smoke Natan.
So one time we were heads up.
I was gonna have it Cody Brundage too, but Angela was like, "You can't do that,"
because he wasn't gonna win. It would have been stupid. But I didn't have. I wasn't gonna
Zach
put.
Reeves.
Oh, that week.
Yeah, you're like, you can't do that. People will get confused.
I didn't say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you did.
BD said, I'm new to betting. What does 8,900 mean? He's talking about the numbers on the DraftKings. That is for DraftKings Fantasy. So DraftKings Fantasy, it's like fantasy baseball, fantasy football, but for MMA. You get a salary. You then have $50,000 in fake money, and you have to draft 6 fighters based off their salaries. You then take that lineup of 6 fighters, and then you compete with other people either for fun or for money, depending on what you want to do. And then we have Aaron Amar. Are you guys going to be anywhere after or before the fights in Vegas Friday through Sunday? I'm going with my dad to make bets, but just not to watch live. Would love to buy you guys a drink. Love the videos. We don't have like specific plans, but we'll be there if you want to shoot a DM.
You can buy me a bag of heroin.
Don't say that, dude. That's like, that'll get us in trouble.
Shoot that between my toes. That's how I get my Vegas trip started.
Just shoot us a DM or something, and if we're around, we'll let you know.